This was brought to you by the Storyteller on YouTube and Facebook.
Fox and the two catfishes now. One time a long time ago on a small farm beside a little river there lived two cats, a black cat and a white one. And the black cat was very old, but the white one was young. They used to curl up in the straw inside the farm building every night. And the old black cat was like me, he was a storyteller. He used to tell the white cat all these stories about himself when he was young, and the white cat got kind of sick listening to him telling all these stories. You know. One night after they had finished their milk by the farm doorway, they curled up, as usual, in the barn to sleep. The black cat said, "I'm not sleepy tonight, I'd like to tell you a story." And the white cat said, "Look, I'm fed up listening to your stories. You've been telling me stories now since I was a small kitten." The black cat said, "The one I would like to tell you most of all is how I used to catch fish, because I am a great fisherman." The white cat said, "You catch fish?" "Of course," the black cat said, "I'm a great fisherman. I've caught many fish in my time." "Well," the cat says, "we've been hungry many days, and you've never tried to catch a fish for me. If you come with me tomorrow," said the black cat, "I'll take you down to the little brook, and I'll show you how good a fisherman I am." So the white cat said, "Okay, but let us go to sleep. I'm tired." And the black cat said, "Tomorrow you're coming with me to the river. I'm going to show you how good a fisherman I really am." So the next morning off they set the both of them, and they came to the little stream. It was full of little fishes, all swimming up and down by the riverside. And the white cat said, "How do we get these fish out of there?" The black cat said, "It's quite simple. All you need to do is sit there with your paw in the water, keep your claws out, and hide. When a little fish passes by, just throw it up on the grass." "That looks quite simple," said the white cat. "But just watch me," said the black cat, "how quick I can get one." So he put his paw in the water, and he waited, and he waited, and he waited. Not one single fish passed by. The white cat went a little bit further upstream, put his paw in the water, and sure enough along came a little fish. And the white cat went wheeshed. Out goes the little fish on the grass. The white cat kills it with his paw. He says, "That's for my supper tonight." Now the black cat, he sat and he sat and he sat all day and never caught one fish, till he finally got fed up. He came up from the river, and his paw was all wet. It was cold. And there was the white cat sitting with a little fish for his supper. "You didn't have much luck," said the white cat, "catching your fish, great fisherman." "Well, no," he said, "I didn't get one. But I see you have got one." "Yes," said the white cat, "first time in my life, first fish I've ever caught, and I'm not boasting about it." The black cat said, "I'm very hungry. Why don't you share it with me?" "Share it with you," said the white cat. "I own one little fish I caught for myself. To share it with you? Indeed I will not. This is coming home for my supper." "Please," said the black cat, "I'm an old friend of yours. Why don't you halve it with me?" So, they sat there arguing about the little fish, who should come along at that very time, but Mr. Fox. And he too was hungry. He said, "What's the trouble?" And the white cat said, "Look, Mr. Black Cat here took me down to the river to teach me how to fish. And I caught this little fish. He fished all day and never got any, and he wants half of mine. I am not going to give it to him." "Well," said the fox, who was hungry and wanted the fish for himself, "that's not the way to treat a friend. You should always halve with a friend." And the white cat said, "He is not getting half of my fish." Now they had sat there until the moon came up, and they were still arguing. "Well," said the fox, "seeing you're being like that, I'll tell you what to do. They tell me that cats are great singers, and they can sing wonderful songs." The fox said, "You two cats look up at the moon and start to sing, and the one who sings the best song will win the fish. I'll be the judge. Do you agree to that?" Now the old cat, who knew plenty songs, because he was very old, thought to himself, "I'll win it, and I'll have it, because I know Gaelic songs, and I know plenty folk songs, and I've heard plenty old-fashioned songs around the farm." But the fox said, "Both of you must look up, keep looking at the moon, and sing me a song. Then I'll be the judge." So the two cats, they looked up at the moon, and they started to sing, "Meow ow ow meow. And they went on and on for about 10 minutes. Meantime, Mr. Fox had gobbled up the little fish. He went on his way. The two cats sat there till their voices got hoarse trying to sing. And then they stopped. They looked round. Gone was the little fish and gone was Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox went home to his den, and had a good laugh to himself over the trick he had played on the two cats. The two cats wandered home tired and weary, and very hungry. They cuddled up in straw and went to sleep, and that night the old black cat never told any stories.
This was brought to you by the Storyteller on YouTube and Facebook. Listen to our podcast on any of these platforms: Anchor, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Casts, RadioPublic, Spotify. Support us on Patreon. And check us out on Discord. All the links can be found in the video description below. We thank you for your participation. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, share, make comments. We love feedback.